Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'll be demonstrating a burst fade. So what I'm gonna do right here is take the number 3 guard and begin to debulk. What I do, I debulk the hair before I begin fading because this makes it easier to see my steps. If there's too much hair on the head, sometimes you can get lost within the steps of the haircut. This is a new client, so I was being conservative with the guards because I didn't know how dense his hair was at first, but I could have just used the 3 guard to go up to the parietal ridge. I was just being careful. So I'm continuing to remove bulk. I'm using the number 2 guard going up under that number 3 guard. And you see me open the lever just to try to blend it into that 3 while I already have this guard on the clipper. The next step is to make a circular guideline around the ear. And take your time when you're doing this. Don't make it too high, just go slightly above the arch of the ear. And the area is so small, so when we do this blend, we're going to be using the corner of the blade a lot because we're blending in such a small space. And then once more, I'm debulking with the 1.5 guard, just getting a little more hair out of the way before I begin attacking the blend. Now I'm going to begin blending everything. So I have the lever fully open and I'm only using one side of the blade when I go around the ear. The only time I really use the full blade is in the middle spot, as you just saw. But when I'm on the left side, I'm using the left side of the blade. And when I'm going towards the right, I use the right side of the blade. Right here, you'll see the blade accidentally caught on his skin. That will happen sometimes. You just have to be careful with the blade placement. So once again, I'm using the left side of the blade and the lever is fully closed. Now I switch over to using the right side of the blade going towards the right. This type of blend is more so about finesse, so just take your time. Now slightly open the lever and continue to go up. So we're going to gradually open this lever until we get to the top of that guideline. And here I open up the blade one more time and go right under that guideline. Don't go up too high. Next, use the 1 guard with the lever fully open and create another guideline. And see how when I get to the top, I'm kind of flicking out. I'm not creating harsh guidelines because I want to make it easy to keep blending into the top of the hair. So now the lever is closed. Open the lever about halfway and continue blending up. So the steps with this guard, open, closed, and then halfway. So now I'm going to take the half guard with the lever halfway open and blend under that 1 guard closed. Some people say that this is an unnecessary step, and you could be right. It's just, I like going through a system. So this is what works for me, but if you guys have another way, just do what works for you. The blend is slowly coming together. Here we're back with the number 2 guard with the lever fully open, blending into that number 3. Like I said, I was being a little conservative because when you're cutting a new client, you just want to really learn their texture of hair. So the next time I cut him, I'll know I didn't need to use that number 4 in the beginning. I could have just used the number 3, but it's trial and error. So I just begin closing the lever to get a little closer. In this area is where I'm going to use the 1.5 guard to blend everything together. The middle of the fade is where you'll see a lot of people have trouble getting the weight out, but usually that 1 and that 1.5 guard will eliminate all of that weight. Just start with the lever open and then just gradually close it until you get the weight out of the fade. And right here, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Using the 1 guard and just gradually blending that area out. And this is pretty much detail work. We went through all of the steps. At this point, you just want to get that blurry transition. So just go back and attack any dark spots that you see. With the edge up, I kind of want to keep everything where it is. I just want to take off enough hair to get a crisp line. I'm not going to dig, just follow the natural arch of the hair. And see, I'm using the corner of the blade just like a pencil. And I'm not pressing down hard either. This is an important step. I'm going to taper down the front hairline and I'm using the number 3 guard. I'm doing this because I need the hair in the front to lay down. And I apply some holding spray to freeze the hair in place. And while that's drying, I'm going ahead and lining up the back of the neck with the V shape. This was per his request. And for the pushback police, I combed his hair back so you can see that that's a little bit of overhang and that this is not a pushback. I think a lot of times people don't understand that you have to take off hair to get a crisp lineup. That's not saying that you have to push people back, but you do have to take off some hair in order to get a shape up. That's why it's called a shape up. So I like to go to one side first and then match the other side. And the other side is going to be based off of what I just did. After you have a rough draft, go back and make minor adjustments. And you'll see that I'm not taking off a lot of hair. It really doesn't even look like I was taking off anything, but it's just those small hairs. But this is the end result. If you guys got value out of this video, please subscribe. Also like and share the video. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys want to see other hairstyles, comment below. I'll catch you guys on the next video.